Hi, welcome to Beyond the Map, a podcast about travel, self-discovery, and the beauty found between destinations. I'm Francesca Page, and each week we'll explore the meaningful moments, mindful rituals, and hidden details that make every journey a little more human. Welcome to Beyond the Map, a podcast about travel, self-discovery, and the beauty found in between destinations. I'm Francesca Page, and today we're talking about something that feels very timely: spring break. Where to go, where people are actually booking this time of year, and where you can still find value if you are booking last minute. And how to think about safety, especially when it comes to destinations right now, like Mexico. I'll also share this year where I'm going to be going as a mother, because spring break isn't just a trip, it's a collective exhale. And let's face it, after this winter, let's be honest, it was a long one. People aren't just looking for a vacation. They're looking for light. So why does this spring break feel different? Well, what I'm seeing this year is that bookings are very clear. People want warmth, yes, but they also want ease, shorter flights, direct routes, destinations that don't require too much emotional energy. There's really less appetite for chaos, and there's more of a desire for restoration. And that shift is really fascinating to watch as someone who's worked in travel for over 2 decades. Spring break used to feel like excess, but I think this year it really feels for a lot of people like recovery. So let's break down the best destinations by traveler type. If you are traveling without kids, if this is an adults-only trip, couples, girlfriends, solo reset, you tend to choose atmosphere. And right now, I am seeing a very strong demand for places like, for example, Tulum. It's still magnetic, wellness forward, beautiful design, incredible beach clubs. My only advice: stay slightly removed from the loudest party pockets. Then you've got places like Palm Springs. You've got desert calm, mid-century elegance, pool culture without all the frenzy. And for those of us who don't need beach weather, you've got really nice places like Charleston, which is a charming, walkable, one of those best culinary scenes in the country destinations. Adults this year are choosing intentional luxury, not necessarily loud, chaotic. They want beautiful. So let's talk about if you're traveling as a family. Families are prioritizing predictability. Infrastructure matters. The top destinations I'm seeing booked are places like I just recently visited Orlando. And yes, it's still incredibly strong. Direct flights, massive hotel supply, entertainment built for children. You've also got destinations like San Diego, where they've got beaches, zoos, great food, and balanced weather. Grand Cayman is calm, safe reputation, easy island place. Aruba, reliable, sunshine, family-friendly resorts. Parents want to minimize friction, and honestly, so do kids. Now, if you have teens, teens want excitement. Parents want oversight. Destinations walking that balance include places like Miami, energy beach culture, but hotel location is everything when you book that. Cancun, another one. Resort environments give teens freedom within structure. Nashville is another great destination. Music, city energy, surprisingly popular with older teens. And again, this goes back to structured freedom. And that's really the formula. So let's talk about where people are booking after this winter, because winter was intense. The Caribbean is definitely winning. Short flights are winning, all-inclusive resorts are up, and I'm seeing strong momentum in destinations like Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, Jamaica, places like that. People want guaranteed sunshine. Absolutely right now. Psychologically, that matters more than we realize, and I've said this before. So now let's discuss the best last-minute and financially smart options. Let's talk reality. If you haven't booked yet, don't panic. value still exists. But value means strategic, not cheapest. Domestically, there's destinations like Tampa and Clearwater Beach, often more affordable than Miami. Beautiful beaches, great availability. You've got Orlando, which I've mentioned before, large hotel inventory, and that keeps pricing competitive. All-inclusives can also be a cheaper option, sometimes an all-inclusive in places like, as I've mentioned, Cancun or the Dominican Republic or Jamaica. And that ends up being less expensive than staying domestic once you factor in meals and transportation. Always look total cost, not just airfare. So now let's talk about Mexico and safety. There has been increased media coverage around cartel-related violence in certain areas. Fear spreads quickly when headlines appear. Recently, I myself visited Puerto Vallarta, and from firsthand experience, it has a strong tourism infrastructure, visible security, established resort zones, and a long-standing international tourism. Are there regions in Mexico that require caution? Absolutely. There are. Absolutely, yes. But Mexico is vast, and destinations in general are not headlines. So you need to travel informed, book reputable properties, stay aware, avoid unfamiliar areas, especially at night. Discernment over fear, always. So where am I going for spring break? Well, as a mother, I'm still looking, but I'm looking for direct flights, walkability, calm beaches, and balance, because this year I'm choosing simplicity. I'm thinking for myself morning swims, long lunches, sunset walks, because how children experience travel shapes how they see the world. So for me, spring break is seasonal renewal. After long winters, literally and emotionally, we crave light. So wherever you're headed, the Caribbean, Florida, Mexico, or a city close to home, travel intentionally. The map gets you there. But what really happens, at least I think, when you arrive, that's where the real story begins. Thank you so much again for listening to Beyond the Map. Until next time, keep packing light, living deeply, and discovering the beauty that exists beyond the map. Thanks so much for listening to Beyond the Map. And if today's episode brought a little inspiration to your travels, or just reminded you to slow down and savor the small things, I'd love for you to follow the show and leave a quick review. Until then, keep packing light, living deeply, and discovering the beauty that exists beyond the map.